You see, guys, today I woke up. I made sure that no matter what, I started doing some nice, beautiful journaling. I made sure to journal my life around. I made sure to go and read. I read every single day with entrepreneurship in terms of business. I read from Lewis Howes. I read from Eckhart Tolle. I read from Jim Quick. You have to understand that these people help me in terms of my life to help myself succeed. So the whole point in life is I wake up, I read, I also journal. I make sure I do some music and life coaching. I make sure to groom myself every day. I brush my teeth once a day. I also make sure that no matter what, I'm watching some Netflix also, because I also scroll through the nice, beautiful imagery of Netflix, and I just watch the imagery and I just scroll really quickly and I watch a 2-hour video within 10 seconds. So I just do that a dozen times so that I can go and live life much better. So whatever I'm doing every single day is I'm making sure that my mindset is in a better place, because each and every single time I do something much better, I'm always slowing down my communication when I need to, and then I'm always increasing it every single time I need to. So the whole point of life is to relax in the moment and go and coach somebody something that's going to live to the ancient times. So you have to understand that no matter what, the ancient times is this moment. You have to understand that ancient times is way back in Jesus' times, which is this moment. And this moment always is renewed in your mind. You have to understand your mind is this moment. Your heart is this moment. Your body and legs and everything in life can always compete into this moment. And now in life, you never compete with others. You compete with yourself to be the best version of yourself every single day, because that's the definition of a lifestyle. I promise you, those people who understand that we are not supposed to be egotistical people, and I'm not egotistical, although we're never supposed to be. You have to understand that we just are. You have to understand we just are, and that's what is. Although we're not egotistical people, you have to understand that many people understand that they believe that they are their thoughts and that they are their egos. You have to understand that you are not your ego. You are not other people and what they say. You're not other people and how they look like. You're not an impersonation of other people. You're not trying to copy them and their catchphrases. You understand? So go and make your own catchphrases. But the only way you can do it is journal and journal and journal and journal. And go and write all of it down. Because you have to understand that if you write 20,000 words a day and down, or like you write it every single day down, you'll understand that you're going to learn something really quick. You're going to learn how it is to schedule your time and day really quickly with 20,000 words or $20,000 in words every single day. You have to understand that the more words you write every single day, the smarter you are. You have to understand that it's really over the next 72 years, I'll be leaving over 50,000 words a day in my journal. I mean, every single day. I mean, I'll be writing 50,000 words a day in my journal over the next 72 years. So, I mean, 365 times 72. I mean, how many days is that? You have to understand it's really over 26,000 days. And guess what? You have to understand that I'll be living over 100. I plan to live over 100, and that's one of my goals. Although the whole point is 26,000 days times 50,000 words. I mean, how many words is that? You have to understand that you have to go and make a dent into the universe. You have to go and help people. I realized that Anne Frank, way back in the World War time of the World War One, I realized she left her diary, and it's called the Diary of Anne Frank. And she talked about how the World War One was back in those days. You have to understand, and she taught us how she lived and what happened around her and all of that. Although I picked up that kind of inspiration where I left my own diary, and I'm leaving my own diary every single day to make sure that no matter what, I'm always doing it much more. I'm doing my life much more in a better way, although I'm making sure that I stay consistent in a better way so that I can help people for decades and for years and for thousands of years to come, because they're always going to have my PDF files and they're always going to have my MP3 players and my audios and my videos. So no matter what, I realize that you have to also build a legacy. So make all the videos you can and stop waiting for other people to follow you. I mean, just go and create and create and create. And you understand that you're going to gain more success out of it anyway. You have to understand that when you have 5,000 hours of videos and you have 12 subscribers, you're going to understand you're far more successful than those who never started, and you're going to be something great, because either way, you don't need them to understand and to call you great. You're just going to say you are great, because no matter what, you shine one link at them, and guess what? You help them with 5,000 hours of material or content or information, and either way, you don't wait for them to come and see you. You just go and just make content, because the whole point is to become more mature anyway. And don't wait for them to see you. You just make sure to go and live your life. You have to understand that life is a journey. And those people who live life slowly, although it's slow and steady, wins the race. You have to remember. So those people who understand slow and steady wins the race are going to understand to learn fast and quickly and effective and become more Speedy Gonzalez. You have to understand you have to be Speedy Gonzalez every single day, so you understand how to learn fast and effectively. You understand each and every single day you learn fast and effectively. You're going to be in your feelings. You're going to understand to get your groove on. And the groove on, or like the groove of life, and to get your groove on is to be a better person. You have to understand it's not about having sex with other people. You have to understand that that dies as you age. You have to understand it's really that what never dies is your eye. You have to understand that sex with other people is not going to satisfy you, and beautiful women and men are not going to satisfy you. I promise you that what's going to satisfy you is only you. I promise you that no woman in the planet can satisfy me. I promise you, no matter how beautiful they are. I promise you that if a man who is another man fucks 1,000 billion women over I, and they have more sex with women, I promise you I'm still more confident, because you have to understand it's really that sex with other people doesn't increase your confidence. You have to understand that having validation from other people does not increase your confidence. So if you're talking to other people, you're actually losing self-esteem, you're losing time, you're losing business, you're losing everything, because you have to go to them first. You have to understand you let them come to you first, because that's the only way of business. So the only way to be confident is never go to those beautiful women, because they're going to come to you, and never go to those beautiful men, because they're going to come to you. You have to understand the whole point is focus on yourself, and you're going to be much more beautiful in the process. Because if I started to call the crowd around me, I promise you they'll reject me and reject me and reject me and reject me. Because guess what? I promise you they got families. I promise you they got business. I promise you that the porn world is nothing to do with how it is today. You have to understand that it's really that they are working for money and then getting together and having sex. I promise you that it's all money related. You have to understand that those beautiful women, you give them some money and you can have them for sex. You have to understand that it's that easy to get sex today. You have to understand, I promise you the most beautiful woman in terms of pornography and who does pornography, I promise you just give them $5, I promise you they'll have sex with you. You have to understand that you understand something. That it's not about that. I promise you that is not leadership. I promise you it's not leadership to go having sex with all these men and women and have orgies and all that. I promise you it's not that. You have to understand it's really go your way. And understand that you are the essence of life. You are something far greater than sex. You are far greater than everything. I mean, look at Jesus. I mean, let's look at Jesus. I mean, Jesus never had sex in his life. And then another guy has 5,000 women and had sex with 5,000 women. I mean, who's more confident? I promise you that Jesus never seeked validation from those women. I promise you Jesus never had to walk up to those women. I promise you Jesus never had to have kids with those women. I promise you Jesus never had to talk to those women. You understand? I promise you Jesus never cared about those women, although he did. You understand that Jesus cares, although Jesus cares more about Jesus than anything else. You understand? Because that's how you're supposed to live life. You're supposed to live life by caring about yourself the most and then everybody else. You understand? Because if I care for you more than I would start then to neglect. I realize I would then start to neglect myself, because I'd put you above me. I realize I never do that. I care about myself more than anybody else, and that's why I live more successfully. You guys have to understand that the extra miles you go, I realize they're going to count. So no matter what, you sit and you make sure you relax in growth, and make sure you be uncomfortable all your life. Because no matter what, each and every single day you do something, I realize it's worth it. So no matter what you're doing, every single day, make sure you never hit yourself. Make sure that you love yourself. Make sure that no matter what, you put the effort in every single day. And that way you're going to understand that no matter what, I sneezed in this video, although guess what? I paused it before I sneezed. And no matter what, you make quality videos like that. You understand? Don't sneeze in front of people. Because guess what? When you have an opportunity to pause the video before you even sneeze, make a better quality video and pause the video before you sneeze. And then unpause it and then continue your video, because it looks better on you. You have to understand, you have to appear better. You have to appear greater. You have to pronounce yourself in better clothing. You have to understand that no matter what, you can afford it when you look for the ideas. You have to understand that it's really the ideas that's going to make you stronger. So no matter what, you're not cheating yourself out. You have to understand that there is no shortcut to success, because the only shortcut is growth. You have to understand you have to grow. So the best way you can do it is do it on camera and be courageous and be in front of people and speak and teach them something. Honestly, that's the only way you can grow. Honestly, everything else is immaturity. And you have to understand that most people around you right now are drinking alcohol and doing drugs, and they're around the crowd and they're doing nothing around each other. I mean, they're not teaching anything around each other, and they're just pulling each other down. And that's not the way to go. So get away from the crowd and understand to be a loner for some time. And realize that no matter what, I traveled 1 year and 4 months around Australia for free. And you have to understand that no matter what, I never do it for free. I never do it for money. I never do it for you. I never do it for anything other than something greater than I in Jesus Christ, because I do it for freedom in Jesus. You understand? I do it for something that's going to help me to be greater. So no matter what, I realize that when I go and realize that the free way is the best way to go about it, you have to understand that you go and understand that Jesus done it for free too. So no matter what, you go the free way, you follow Jesus in that kind of way, and no matter what, each and every single step of the way, you're going to be granted. You're going to understand that no matter what, you're going to be grateful. You're going to understand that each and every single time you see new scenery and you travel alone, you understand that the crowd will never follow you. You have to understand that you have to be strong. You have to be mindset. You have to be mindset oriented in a way that you live in the heart and live in the silence and live in your body and live with your whole being and do everything with your whole being, and understand that you just grow every single day. I mean, use your fingers to give you ideas. I mean, no matter what, I mean, use whatever you can to go and give your whole strength of who you are in a video, and be authentic about it every single day, and go and enjoy it, because it's growth and it's a journey. So no matter what, that each and every single step of the way you do some work, every single step, I realize that this is my work, guys. So no matter what, I'd rather do this than a 9-to-5 job, and a 9-to-5 job in terms of forklift. I realize I'd rather do this than the 9-to-5 job in terms of forklift driving, and also making sure that no matter what, I never go back to waitering and all that van driving and cleaning towels. I mean, that is never for me, because you can understand why. You can understand that I'm more of a business entrepreneur, and I understand that I have mentors who teach me all this information also. So no matter what, I'm always kind, I'm generous, although I have to grow. I have to do these videos alone. I realize nobody else is going to do it for me, because I don't need them to do it for me. I don't need them to do it for me. I'd rather do it for me. You understand? So I have that nice, beautiful courtesy that I realize that I understand, and I love I. So no matter what, I understand that when I do it for I, in terms of greatness, I do it for Jesus also in I. And I understand that no matter what, I'm always growing, I'm always productive, I'm always making sure that what happens in my life is going to be greater. I'm always seeking to take advantage in any kind of way, because you have to. You have to take advantage of people in a way that you're going to grow. You have to seek information from people. You have to understand to go and use the materials and what they have. I use my dad's car. I use my biological dad's car so that I can go to the shops, so that I don't have to walk for 1 hour. You understand? So no matter what, I take advantage of it. You understand? So use whatever you have in your life to prosper and grow every single day. I promise you it's worth it. I promise you every single day you use yourself. I mean, use your parents' money to live life for free. I mean, use the government's money. I mean, use everything you can. I mean, use the bank's money to do whatever you need to do to make a better life. So no matter what, you just make sure that no matter what, you're giving more wisdom in the process, because money is not going to make you happy. Actually, money is not going to make you happy, and nothing else will make you happier than you. So realize that you are the foundation of happiness, and nothing outside of you is ever going to make you happy. I promise you that imagery outside of you is not going to make you happy, because I is making you happier. I promise you, I will make you happier more than anything else. I mean, the more you speak the I language, I promise you that's going to make you the happiest. Because otherwise, Jesus would still be living today. And Jesus is still living, although Jesus is living in wisdom. Although Jesus didn't have to travel by plane from Israel to Saudi Arabia, and from Saudi Arabia to all the other aspects of the countries in the world, because Jesus understands that Jesus has I. And Jesus used it as much as he could. In a sense, so no matter what, I is a life force. I is the greatness in you. I realize that the more greatness you have inside of you, I realize that the better communicator you're going to be. So no matter what, each and every single day, you step up for greatness, you step up for leadership. Every single day you show up, and that way you're going to be in front of people, you're going to be teaching people, and you're going to grow every step of the way. You're going to grow as a leader, you're going to grow as somebody foundational, and you're going to practice and practice and practice and practice, because that's what it takes to succeed. You have to understand that you have to put some effort in, you have to place some effort in every single day to invest the effort. You have to invest the effort every single day. So bit by bit, anything is a cinch. In terms of little by little, anything is a middle. So no matter what, you use your own sentencing first, or you have to understand it's really go and do you, because either way, you have to understand I support language. I support my communication. So no matter what, you go and do little by little and anything is a middle, because that is just one step at a time. And you have to understand that just go and make sure that every single day you're going to give skills, you're going to be hydrated every single hour. I have a nice beautiful Apple Watch here, and every single hour it just buzzes me that the hour has passed, because I have a nice beautiful sleep schedule that gives me every single hour I have to wake up to choose whether or not I will sleep for the next hour or not. And then I may choose to sleep for the next hour, and then I choose to wake myself up every single hour to ask myself, shall I sleep for the next hour or not? Because that way I get enough sleep, although sometimes I may need 2 hours of sleep. I mean, sometimes I may need 3 hours. I realize that most people in life will go sleep at some time and then will sleep for 7 hours straight, or they'll sleep for 8 hours straight. I sleep for 1 hour and I just wake up to ask myself a question. I mean, will I sleep for the next hour or not? Because I don't know. Or else I don't know, because sometimes I may need to sleep 1 hour and I also am up and ready to go, and I'm also feeling more energetic, so I don't have to sleep 7 hours. Whereas that no matter what, I'm always in that hope of staying alive in a way that I can be so much more fluent and so much more pronunciation like, in terms of likewise minded thinking, in a way that I'm thinking better than before. Understand, I'm never thinking in the first place. So the whole point is never think about what you're going to say. You just say it every single day. You have to understand that you never spray it either. You have to understand, you never spit at people while you're, you never spit at people while you're talking. You understand? So that's the kind of definition in say it and never spray it. And you have to understand that it's nice and beautiful to have a nice, beautiful attitude. So no matter what, be that kind of individual every single day and be able to grasp what journaling is. Because journaling is the foundation of what's going to make a success. And those who never plan to succeed, plan to fail. As I've written, in terms of I've read the quote by somebody. Understand that no matter what, that you go and name every single aspect of life in a credible way, where if you use somebody else's words, I mean, just credit them, because that way other people have a name or a reference that they can go and see. And that way you have more mentors in your life. So no matter what, each and every single day, just step up for the occasion and rise up for the occasion, and make sure that no matter what, as Grant Cardone says, realize beat up the sun, realize that you beat the sun to it. I mean, just you wake up before the sun even comes up. You have to understand that it's really that way. Realize you have to always be up. I mean, just be up. I mean, do not sleep. I mean, do not sleep as much as you can, because that way you're going to become stronger in life. Whereas if you sleep more and more throughout time, you're doing less and less. So no matter what, you go and sleep less and less so that you can do more and more.